Good evening, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott Dennis and Jacqueline Matter have the night off. Our top story tonight, some big weather changes coming our way. Let's go right over to ABC7's chief meteorologist, Bob Harrigan, with the latest on some potential strong storms heading our way, Bob.
That's right, strong to severe, Adam. Adam meaning severe storms above 58-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and there's also a chance for some isolated tornadoes. You know, we had tornadoes a couple years ago in January, and those caused significant damage on Siesta Key and Duet, killed 2 people. The chances that night were at 5%, and that's pretty much where we're at right now as far as tornadic development goes. Now, you can see the snow falling as far south as Atlanta today. They've already had an inch of snow. They could see an additional inch through this evening. Hundreds of flights have been delayed as a result of that. For us, people are wondering when we can expect a severe or strong storms here. Well, not right now. You can see this line is approaching, but notice how it's been weakening as it moves on in. So that indicates that the atmosphere is still rather stable here, but behind it, now moving through north central Florida, that line in particular is a very strong one. The actual cold front's still back here. So we have a long night ahead and into Saturday morning, unfortunately, for the possibility and potential for severe storms. Right now, you can see that activity weakening as it pushes off to the northeast. So if you have any plans right now, not a big deal. No big storms expected to be around over the next couple of hours. But notice here, well off into the Gulf, another line has developed just southwest of Venice and Inglewood. And then this one we'll watch as it progresses to the southeast. That's a prefrontal trough, and those have a tendency to produce a little twist in the atmosphere, which can at times produce water spouts, which turn into tornadoes. Again, a small craft advisory now in effect for all the coastal waters until tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. So keep that in mind. We have a couple of boat parades tomorrow night that may be impacted by these strong winds behind the front. We'll have more of that coming up in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Bob. Now on to a new twist in a recent murder case up in Manatee County. A man was found guilty, but now one of the jurors in that trial is saying racism could have played a role in deliberations. ABC's Marla Spence has more on the Jimmy McNear trial.
This letter is the center of today's hearing. It was written and sent into the Circuit Clerk of Courts of Manatee County last month by a juror on the Jimmy McNear murder trial. Now, in this letter, it's detailing how that juror felt poorly mistreated by other jurors, and she believes it's because of her race and also her gender. Because the letter was sent, a judge is considering bringing the juror in for an interview to see whether the juror's allegations of racism could have impacted the deliberation of McNear, who was found guilty of second-degree murder of a Bradenton couple in 2015. In today's hearing, Judge Diana Moreland heard from both public defender Arthur Brown and McNear's attorney William Bennett. The public defender stated there's nowhere in the juror's letter where any racial slurs or remarks were made during the trial. Attorney Bennett thinks otherwise and expressed his position on why he wants the juror to be questioned.
She did put down specifically that she did not believe that a black defendant could receive a fair trial with the individuals that she sat with for deliberations. That in and of itself, is my position, is a statement that's strong enough to just at least interview her to find out, you know, did somebody do something specifically?
So far, no decision was made today on whether the juror will be questioned. Judge Moreland says if or when she decides to bring that juror in for questioning, all parties will be present in the courtroom. I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
A Sarasota County jury found a Newtown man guilty of killing his 2 neighbors back in 2015. Ronald Howard was convicted of shooting and killing 65-year-old Johnny Campbell and 83-year-old Carlos Suarez Jr. Prosecutors and one of the victim's daughters were pleased. The jury found Howard guilty on all counts. Howard will receive life without parole on both murder charges. An overnight burglary at a Bradenton Veterinary Hospital is causing some heartbreak. The suspect stealing a freezer that was being stored outside. But as ABC7's Bobeth Yates is here to explain, the contents of that freezer are considered priceless. Bobeth?
Well, after more than 3 years in that same location, the freezer was used by the actual veterinary office is now missing. The freezer's whereabouts isn't the main concern, though, but it's what was inside. According to the Bradenton Police Department, an unknown suspect entered a secure area of the Bradenton Veterinary Hospital and stole the freezer containing the remains of 2 dogs waiting to be cremated. Vet officials say the animals' whereabouts, or the owners, were already struggling with the loss of the dogs, and now they feel victimized. The issue has also baffled the community, and many of them are wondering who would do such a thing.
I think that's pretty sad for somebody just to break in any place, but to break in the veterinary's office and steal dead dogs in the freezer, that's really sad.
Now, officials believe that the car leaving the scene of the crime was a dark-colored Nissan Frontier or something similar, like a similar pickup. Now, anyone with information is asked to call the Bradenton Police Department. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bobeth. In Manatee County, there's some major road work being done along State Road 64 as the Florida Department of Transportation continues their work on a diamond interchange at I-75. ABC7's Christopher Brantley explains how that project may impact holiday travel.
A new driving pattern here on State Road 64 and I-75 has some drivers confused where to go. And the Florida Highway Patrol is warning, drive safe.
I just moved down here from New York, so yeah, it is a little confusing to me.
For drivers like Chris Allen, the changes being made at State Road 64 and I-75 are not a breeze.
It gets pretty busy, I'll be honest. Yeah, it does get pretty busy.
Traveling northbound, the two exits, one going east, one west, have been narrowed down to only one exit.
You're going to have more traffic backing up and vying for that right lane.
The nearly $40 million Florida Department of Transportation project is creating a diamond interchange. It's not a diverging diamond like at University Parkway, but it's similar.
Easy to navigate. I think that they do a good job of marking it out the way that you should go.
While some find the new pattern confusing, others say it just boils down to common sense.
And that's all it comes down to is everybody on the road should be safe out there.
State Trooper Ken Watson is urging drivers to take extra care while navigating, especially as we approach the holiday season.
You want to make sure that we are putting those electronic devices down and we are paying attention. We've got both hands on the wheel.
The biggest tip, according to Watson, patience.
So we want to make sure that we're patient and that we're taking our time.
This project here on State Road 64 is expected to be complete by the fall of 2019. In Manatee County, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Christopher. Well, a group of third graders at Suncoast School for Innovative Studies getting a lesson in helping others this holiday season. The students going over to Macy's at the Westfield Siesta Key Mall in Sarasota to deliver letters to Santa. Each letter including wishes for themselves and also others.
It's a big campaign. It's really important to our kids to support our community and children who are in need physically, emotionally, knowing that we have what we need and they need much more.
You go over Gulfstream.
Letters to Santa is part of the Believe campaign. For each letter deposited, $1 will be donated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And today, all of the donations will be doubled. Altogether, that class brought 2,000 letters to Santa. The constitutionality of the president's travel ban being heard in federal court today. The Fourth Circuit will decide if the ban is discriminating against Muslims or if it is necessary to protect national security. ABC's Serena Marshall brings us the latest on that decision.
The fight over President Trump's travel ban back in court, and the president's own tweets the subject of arguments on its legality. One judge saying,
the president has continued to make statements some people regard to be anti-Muslim.
Another asking,
do we just ignore reality and look at the legality to determine how to handle this case?
The administration wants the Fourth Circuit to reverse a lower court decision that blocked them from enforcing the ban against travelers from mostly Muslim countries: Chad, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, and Yemen. North Korea and Venezuela are also included in the ban, but not part of this lawsuit. The combative questioning referring to President Trump's retweets of inflammatory and, in at least one case, completely false anti-Muslim videos posted by a British white nationalist group. At the time, the White House said it doesn't matter if the videos are accurate.
Whether it's a real video, the threat is real, and that is what the president is talking about.
But in court, the government argued, while the president tweets are official statements, the content is not legally relevant because the current version of the ban was based on an analysis that found these countries do not share enough security information. But lawyers opposing the administration argued,
it's clear on the record that the president has continued to make statements of hostility toward Muslims.
Earlier this week, the Supreme Court allowed the ban to go into full effect, even while its legality is still being fought in the lower courts. Today, the State Department announced our embassies and consulates around the world are fully implementing the ban.
During the hearing, the judges acknowledged that whatever their decision, ultimately the Supreme Court will have the final say. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, another massive fire erupting in California, forcing thousands to evacuate. A look at the latest area under siege. And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with another first alert weather forecast, plus how local dentists are giving back this holiday season, their plan for those who can't afford necessary dental treatments.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Naomi, my California Closet designer, has been my partner in crime. She was genuinely fun to work with. We have had a ball collaborating on the 8 units that we have done in our home. The closets in the house are great, but the den is what everyone comments on when they walk in the house. And it's so beautiful. They say, whoa, who did that? And I said, it's California Closets. My name is Melissa, and this is my California Closet story.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with EyeSight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $219 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The perfect musical for the holidays is live on the Players Center stage. Packed with the big band sounds from World War II, the 1940s Radio Hour is our boogie-woogie bugle boy answer to the holiday blues. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. The Players Wild Broadway series wishes you a Merry Christmas with the 1940s Radio Hour.
Welcome back. Firefighters across Southern California are now battling 6 major wildfires. This as brutal Santa Ana winds are expected to continue fanning the flames through next week. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez gives us a look at the destruction.
Neighborhoods lit up for the holidays, ravaged by flames, as the Lilac Fire in San Diego County, scorching 4,000 acres in fewer than 12 hours, spreads.
The fire was coming right at us. You could feel the heat from the fire.
10,000 residents evacuated, at least 4 people injured while trying to escape. In this fire alone, 85 homes and other buildings damaged or destroyed. Crews racing to save others, catching the family inside this house off guard. All 6 wildfires burning in Southern California are fueled by strong Santa Ana winds.
The wind was so strong, strong as I've ever seen it.
Those double-digit gusts carrying smoldering embers, making the flames difficult to contain.
When a tornado hits the Midwest, there's no stopping it. When a hurricane hits the East Coast, there's no stopping it.
when the Santa Ana winds come in, there's no stopping them.
The two fires in Los Angeles County now between 30 and 40% contained. But the damage left behind is overwhelming.
You're not out of the woods just yet.
No, absolutely not. We need to get out there and make sure all the hot spots are taken care of. And until every hot spot is out, we won't be completely out of the woods.
And in Ventura County, the largest of the fires growing even more. Flames destroying more than 400 structures across 132,000 charred acres, threatening communities all the way to the coast.
And while it is still breezy today, the winds aren't as powerful as yesterday, which could be a big help for firefighters. The wind warnings will stay in effect through the weekend. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Sylmar, California.
Well, Mississippi is enjoying a rare snowfall, and winter hasn't even officially started. These are images from the capital, Jackson, Mississippi. That white stuff been falling throughout the deep south. Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, and Georgia all seeing accumulations this morning, including my own parents up in Atlanta, Bob, sending pictures all day from the snowfall near there.
It's loaded up on social media. You see pictures, you see the airport getting snow, hundreds of flights delayed or even canceled. They're just not used to that kind of snow, and more is on the way. We'll show you the graphic right now, and you can see this is the snow accumulation expected over the next 24 hours. They've already had quite a bit, and now here is more on the way, and you'll see some of that blue, the light blue, touching the panhandle of Florida here. So the panhandle of Florida could get some snow. It's not too unusual to get snow in the deep south, but not this time of year. It's usually into the mid part of the winter that you would see this kind of situation set up. But boy, a little lobe of the polar vortex has slipped on down south now, and that is causing some rough weather over North Florida. For us, not quite that bad as at this point. We're going to get a little bit more, the intensity of the storms will increase late tonight and especially in the morning hours. Unfortunately, it's going to be a morning event, it looks like, as the storms will increase and gather in the Gulf of Mexico and then move on shore. And some of those could contain some very strong winds, small hail, even isolated tornadoes. You can see that snow still falling in North Georgia into the mountains of North Carolina, getting heavy snow there. And that snow extending all the way down into the southern portions of Mississippi tonight. And the heavy rain and storms now out ahead of that cold front, moving through north central Florida, north of the Gainesville area. You can see that right there, a big storm just to the north and now to the west of Gainesville, which will be pushing on to the northeast. This is what we're going to be dealing with, but this won't happen until after midnight for the most part as it moves into our area. So the rough weather to the north of us right now, and then things will start to change as we start to go to bed for most of us, and then thunder and thunderstorms expected after 11 o'clock. Temperatures staying pretty warm tonight, mid-70s by 11 o'clock. Right now it's 77 degrees and the dew point 74. Winds are out of the south. They have been strong at 21. Small craft advisory is in effect. The pressure's been dropping too. It's at 29.81 inches. And with the pressure drop, the little area of low pressure moving in along that frontal boundary. Now here's the future cast. One particular model showing the showers moving in right around midnight. Now this activity will intensify as we move through the early morning hours. This is at 2 o'clock. Now don't take this as the absolute thing that's going to happen, but there are going to be storms around at 2:30. Exactly where they set up, there's still a little bit of speculation there. It could be a little bit further off to the south, but even at 4:30 in the morning, still indicating at this model that we could see some rough weather around, eventually clearing by sunrise on Saturday. So get ready for some heavy showers and some thunderstorms. Now, the light rain and showers will continue up until about midday on Saturday. So although the heavy weather will move out of here by sunrise, it looks like we'll still have showers lingering around up until noon, and then spotty showers after that throughout the afternoon. Then the cold air moves in, and the winter weather is set to stick around for a few days. You get a chance to wear your jackets and sweaters, and unfortunately for the boat parade at Sarasota Bay and in Manatee River, near Palmetto and Bradenton, it's going to be tough going tomorrow night. We'll see how that plays out, but small craft advisories are going to be staying in effect all the way through 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Well, the rainfall forecast for the area are just about an inch for everyone. We could see some isolated amounts up to 2 inches, I think, before it's all said and done. Now, the severe thunderstorm outlook, we're in a slight risk, and that's fairly significant for this area. And as far as tornado chances go, it's very small at this point, around 5%, and the hail damage also at 5% at this point. But future winds will stay out of the south, switching switching around to the northwest, and that begins tomorrow morning, and then it stays strong throughout the day. So expect a breezy, chilly day on Saturday, and eventually some clearing and turning much colder for Sunday morning and Monday morning. Well, as far as the satellite and radar picture goes, the Northeast not experiencing too much as far as the storm goes, but some lake effect snows up into parts of Michigan as well as into Canada for that matter. For boaters, I mentioned the small craft advisory. It will stay with us through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, or I should say evening. Northwest winds at 20 knots. Seas will be 5 to 7 feet. Choppy conditions out there. The water temperature at 76. That is soon to drop. Tides upcoming, a low tide at 10:31, and sunset will be at 5:36. So tonight, mostly cloudy, strong storms late tonight. Heavy rain possible, 62 for your low. And then tomorrow, look for morning showers, windy and cooler. High of 67 and northwest winds 15 to 20. The extended forecast, look at there, 60s all the way through Monday. A slight warm up on Tuesday. And then back to the 60s we go Wednesday and Thursday. Low temperatures on Monday in the low 40s. Adam?
All right, thank you, Bob. Now let's take a look at our first alert traffic. No major accidents at this time, delaying any drivers. If you are planning on hitting the interstate soon, this is your window. No major slowdowns as we see. And Fruitville Road, all the east-west transitions looking smooth as well. Well, in health news tonight, a new warning out on the flu. ABC's Kenneth Moten tells us why this season may be the worst in years.
If you've been hearing more sniffs, sneezes, and coughs lately, you're not just imagining things. The flu season roaring to life in recent weeks, getting off to the earliest start health officials have seen in years. And as for the worst of it, they say it is yet to come. CDC researchers in a new report saying influenza has not reached epidemic status, even though high levels of flu activity are already being seen in some states. And while it's not possible to say when the season will peak, all signs point to a surge in cases in the coming weeks. So now is the time to get that flu shot if you haven't already, practice proper hygiene, and stay home if you are sick. Simple steps to ensure that the spread of the flu stops with you. With this Medical Minute, I'm Kenneth Moten, ABC News.
All right, well, in the spirit of the health and holiday season, a local dentist has organized a day of free dental services for those who wouldn't be able to afford that treatment otherwise. If you are one of those people, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow, you can visit one of 8 local locations for one free procedure. The participating clinics include the Exceptional Dentistry of Sarasota, the office of Aaron Memon, SRQ Dentistry, Hyde Park Dental, and Michael Dorosiak, DDS. Sarasota Family Dentistry, David and Bayer Dental Health Professionals, Sarasota Periodontical Associates, and Smile Center. And if you didn't catch all of those names and addresses right there, you can find them right on our website, mysuncoast.com. Well, coming up, we have Atlanta police officers hailed as heroes for their efforts to save people trapped in a burning car. A look at those tense moments, and you won't believe what an X-ray reveals in an Oklahoma dog's stomach. Stay with us.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
So I never had closet systems before. Art designer Bridget was able to listen and ask the right questions, taking our ideas and making them happen. We were totally satisfied from beginning to end. I knew the California Closets would help me with every aspect of the design process, and they delivered 100%. My name is Teresa, and this is my California Closet story.
Coral Artists of Sarasota presents Too Hot to Handle. Add an electric spark to your holiday season with the return of this joyful gospel reinvention of Handel's Messiah. Shout hallelujah and get ready for a roof-raising performance featuring an ensemble of 100 singers, plus exceptional musicians and outstanding soloists, including Amy Jo Connors and members of the West Coast Black Theater Troupe. Sunday, December 10th, 7:30 p.m. at the Van Wezel. Tickets and info are at coralartistsarasota.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Some Atlanta police officers were put to the test as they tried to free motorists trapped inside a burning car. The whole thing was caught on police cameras, showing how all of those officers went beyond the call of duty. Here's Martin Savage with that story.
This body cam video shows the desperate determination of Atlanta police trying to save two people trapped in a flaming wreck. The doors of the car are jammed. A fire extinguisher fails to douse the fire, and Officer Michael Skillman's baton is just bouncing off the windows. Everyone knows those inside are moments from a horrible death.
For me, it was one of the most traumatic scenes I've ever been on.
Once we arrived on the scene, we realized this was, really real, and we had to act fast.
The fire department is on the way. They're just minutes out. Only there aren't minutes left.
So I was really like, yeah, let's just get them out, and so it won't blow.
With no equipment to pry open the doors, officers can only try to keep the flames under control until fire teams get there.
I feel like my fire extinguisher went out instantly.
The men never back off or give up, motivated by the desperate pleas of the trapped victims.
They must have been terrified. He's screaming, help me please, I don't want to die. I mean, it's kind of rough at times.
Finally, they even pour emergency water from a jug stored in their police vehicle onto the burning car. But that was key because you bought time.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you bought just enough time.
Just enough time.
Firefighters arrive. They put out the flames and free the driver and passenger, who survived. Thanks to some determined Atlanta police officers who, even after reaching the limits of everything they had, went beyond the call.
Amazing. Well, a dog in Oklahoma is rehabilitating after vets had to remove not one, not two, but 21 pacifiers from the animal's stomach. The vet knew something was up when the 4-year-old Shar-Pei named Dovey came by for a checkup and had clearly lost some weight. A quick x-ray revealed the issue, a pile of pacifiers in Dovey's stomach. The vet said the dog's owners had noticed that some of their newborn's pacifiers had gone missing. The pooch had to undergo surgery to remove the foreign objects, but is doing well and is back at home. The vet said the incident should be a learning moment for all pet owners to be careful what they leave lying around. And it begs the question, how many pacifiers are too many until we start searching for those? Well, still to come here on your Suncoast News, the Sarasota families search for those responsible for damaging a disabled man's property and a look at how it is affecting his work. Plus, a push to expand workers' compensation benefits for first responders.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you.
Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.